have in mind that you want to ask, about us university, then you are free to welcome to ask the question. Maybe from there, I will take it and maybe present a bit about us university, depending on the question that you will ask, because I know it might not be new to you. You might have heard about it. Maybe you might have researched about it also, maybe on the website or from your friends. So I would like to give you time to ask your question, so you can introduce yourself and maybe where you are, and then you ask your question, and then we continue. So I will give you like maybe a 10 to 15 minute, maybe part of my time for you to ask questions, and then I will now present answering your question. Because sometimes when we have presentation, it may take time, and then there are questions that cannot be answered, and it is not important. So this meeting today, I've designed the way that we will have, like, we'll first start with questions. So if you have a question in your mind, something that you need to know about House University, or something you need to know about the scholarship application specifically, then you are free to ask that question now, before I maybe share with you about what I know about House University. I don't know all about it, though I'm in it. I'm in the university, and I'm still also looking for knowledge. Sometimes maybe something, but you may not know everything. So I will share with you later what I know and what can help you, depending on my perspective, not the final. So, but people like Angela is also here, is a fresh student at Harvard University, so may have more knowledge about Harvard University or application than me, because I've been there for a long time. So if there's any question now, it is allowed. The rest who are now joining will get us. And I see we have a good number. We have like 8, so it's a good number. So if there's anyone with a question, then feel free to ask now. Are we together? I know sometimes people like Zoom is complex. Sometimes it's an online issue. Sometimes someone can just can join, and then they go and do their own things. People moderating may just be talking, and you are not even hearing what is being said. So if you are listening to us, or if you are hearing what I'm saying, then put some up so that I know that you are around.
Yeah, we are together.
Okay, good. Majuk, are you around? Okay. Aloel, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Theo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, now we can proceed. So if you have any question, then you are free to ask. If not, then I can continue. Okay, let me just present. I did not design to present, because I think sometimes it's more important to listen from people what they want to know about something than just coming and present to them. So I was saying, like, it was important to say that I know from you what you want to know about House University, or what you want to know about the application, because I believe when you got the link, you might have gone through it. You did not wait for this day to come and hear about it. So if there's someone who is ready to ask a question, then I will still give you that 1 minute before I just present what I know. Okay. For those who are just joining, you are highly welcome. So we are starting our meeting, and the question is throwback to US members, participants, that you have any question about House University or about application, then you are ready to ask now. I may take time later. I may not even give you time to ask questions later, because I want to take like maybe 1 hour because I have other thing to do. So I will take you through 1 hour. So I may not have my time maybe for you to ask questions later. So I want you to ask if you have some questions, you can ask questions. Okay. So you just registered recently and you have not yet received the application form. So how long has it taken? So normally when you register, or when you put your detail on the portal, then they give you like, they tell you that they will send you email after 2 days or more, but mainly it's like mostly it's 2 days. So after the registration. So it has been 2 months. That is too much. I think there are a lot of students who are asking, who are complaining these days. I think I will have to report it to admission. I don't know, maybe the system has maybe have some issues because those days was automatic. So when you apply, just after the second day, they will just send you the application form and you start your process. So, but now I think a lot of students are saying they've spent a lot of time, they've registered and they're still waiting for the application form. So I think maybe from here, after the meeting, I will write a letter to them, and then they will look into that. So I think it's not a one-person problem. There are a lot of students in the main group who are complaining now that they have registered, but they have not been sent the application. So I will send them an email after here. Yeah. So for those who have not yet, so I think, so it means now we have two groups. We might have two groups: those who have already registered and those who have not registered, or those who want to know before they apply. So let me just generally go through because I've seen like most of you are not ready for question. Maybe you just came to listen, which is not my methodology. But I will try to share with you one of the presentation that was done. How we did orientation for us university some time back. The one that was officially organized by ENA team. So I will still present the same. For those who were there, maybe you might have a question later, or if you are satisfied with the presentation, then it's cool. So let me just share with you my screen and let me know if you are you seeing my screen? This presentation was done by a lady at House University, lady who is in second year now, is a MasterCard scholar called Benisa from Rwanda. She presented last, I don't know, one month ago. So we had an orientation, and she presented about House University, the application process and all. So I realized that most of the people sometimes they're not willing. Like we have videos on our YouTube channel, and people are not willing to go and watch them. They just need to come and see someone presenting. I think that's another problem. So when you are looking for a scholarship, you should be that kind of person who is willing to sacrifice the time, sacrifice your energy, sacrifice the little money you have, or look for little money to sacrifice if you don't have. Because scholarship it takes a lot of time. I think people like Angelo can testify. You apply, you submit a lot of applications to different universities, so and they don't work out. Sometimes you may even take time. Now when you win one like this, you start sipping the other one. Oh, now winning them. Now that's how it is. It has been like that to all of us. So some of us apply like you submit more than 20 applications, and then at the end of the day, you receive one. So when you submit, don't expect that this is my last application that I will submit and get a scholarship. Just submit and know and expect that you will get it and continue submitting more. That's the rule. That's what I can just tell you now. Not just only as university application, but many other scholarships that you're applying. So try to apply for many scholarships as much as possible. So such that you secure more as much as possible. Or if your chances of getting a scholarship is 1%, then apply as much as possible to secure that 1%, because getting a scholarship is sometimes it takes time. So Has University is located in Costa Rica, in a city called Guasimo. So House University is like agricultural institution. It's not like a university that has like different colleges. So it has only one. It's like a one faculty university. So it is agricultural science and natural resource management. So they dwell more on sustainability, and they're trying to raise the young leaders, agents of change. So when you go to House University, you will see like it's not more of agriculture going to the field only, but it's more of being equipped to be a leader. So you learn more about leadership in the class, working with a team, students from different places. And you will also learn more about entrepreneurship, like being introduced to entrepreneurship, being given a challenge to go and develop a project and start implementing it within the university. And then at the end, they evaluate your project. So you learn entrepreneurship along the way. So you don't only learn like agriculture only, but you are also given some tools that can help you. But if you go outside and you don't go and work in the field, you can still also survive in the real world environment. So as people say. So that's bit about us investing. Concerning the application. So when you want to apply for House University, so the application is online. It's not like you don't go to the office and fill the form and start applying. So it's online. You apply online, and then you put your detail, the requirement, and all those. So I will just talk a bit about House University. If you need more, you can go online and then go and decide, because it's not important as of now. And what is more important is how you can get there. So if you get there, then now you will learn more about it. So the second one, where I'm going to talk to you about maybe how you can tackle those essays that are there. They're like 4 main essays that you will write for House University application. And I will try to explain to you how you can tackle those essays. Then other things that are also required are extracurricular activities. So when you're also applying, maybe you'll get later in the application session that you have to add the other activity that you have been doing, the leadership that you have been taking part in, whether club or maybe being prefects or other community volunteer work that you have been doing. So you add them in the application. And also the required document, maybe the required document that I will also tell you later, and other document that can other supporting document that can boost your application. So you'll have 4 things. You explain your personal and family information, essays, extracurricular activities, and documents. So concerning your information, you know it. You know your family background. You know all your information. So it's something that you already know. Concerning the essay, we have like 4 main questions that you tackle in the application. So one of the questions is, what is your principal motivation for completing your university studies and applying for admission at House University? So what is your motivation? So what is motivating you to apply to this university? So what is the reason? Is it just that you are looking for a scholarship, or there's that inner potential, there's that inner drive, there's that thing that drive you to apply? So the second question is, what evidence can you provide to demonstrate your interest in agriculture? Because it's like more of agriculture, as I said before in the beginning. It's more of agriculture, environment, and so on. So what is the evidence that you have or that you can provide to the school admission that you have interest in agriculture and environment? There are some people who don't have interest. Some people will just see it and they cannot even apply because they cannot do agriculture because that's not the field of interest, and they feel like when they do it, they cannot do well in their future. So now there are people who have decided what they will do and they are pursuing it. But there are people who are open-minded, who are able to do whatever thing that come to the table. So the third question is the important, like you have to mention the important challenge or a problem that you have experienced, whether in your leadership or in your life. So, and how you handle that situation or how you solve that problem. So that's the third question. And the fourth question, yeah, is that question is like um, it needs you to to give your experience, like your teamwork experience and leadership. So as university is more of teamwork. So when you are there, you will work with different students from different countries. So you will be given a project to go and work on it. You come together as team and you bring your ways of how you can handle that project. So they want to know how you are a team player. So are you someone who can work with others in a good way? Are you someone who can contribute to the team? Because the teamwork means you come with your idea, I come with my idea, the other one comes with his or idea, and then we combine and we make a complete big idea that can transform other people's life, or that can make something work that we are working on. So, are you that kind of person who work with a team, or you're just a person who just sit when you're in the team? You just sit and you wait for others to talk, to come with ideas, and then you follow. So, do you contribute or not? So they want to know from here, and they want you to just not just explaining I work with the team and all these things, not just giving generic answers, but they want you to give a specific occasion where you were in the team, and then you need to mention what you contributed to the team. So that's what they want here. So about extracurricular activities. So they will need you to provide some proof of some documents that you have involved yourself in community work. Maybe in the school you might have involved yourself in the clubs like poetry, dance, or like debating clubs, and other clubs that are in the school like environmental club or culture club, if there are clubs like that. So if they like an environmental club in your school, mention it mention it and describe it, how you participate in environmental activity like planting trees in the school environment, engaging a student to clean and to collect plastic around, and other sort of things that are environmental related and how. So I encourage you to mention that. It's not a must that you maybe prove it in the application that you have environmental certificate as a member, but you can just put it as like your environmental maybe club in the school, and put it there. So that thing will boost your application. They will see like you are someone who is more of environmentally uh, uh, who is environmentally informed. So you know more about environment and you want to learn more about environment. Because as investors, as I said before, is more about the culture. But the agriculture that we are practicing is the one that is respecting the environment. Because when you see the agriculture in the other way, there's agriculture that is destroying the environment. So we are more of sustainability. So whether you have been involved in sport, religious organization, environmental or technical work, so mention any work that you have done, and make sure you relate it to the reason why you are applying. So concerning the document that are needed, so they need like high school. So in the form they will have like, so they have like high school transcripts. So your okay, your certificate from, if you are someone, if you finish your secondary school or certificate of secondary education in South Sudan, then you will have to provide from Form 1 report card for Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3. So you'll have to have those ones. If you don't have, then go to your school and request them to give you those results slips, those transcript or those report cards, the full year from Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. So the reason why they do that, they don't want to judge you using your final exam, because sometimes situations are not always the same. You may be a good student who has been doing well right away from uh, from one. Please, if you join, you need to mute yourself, because we don't want to hear what is going on your side. So okay. So the reason why the has transcript from 1 to 3 is Okay, before I give the reason, that is for South Sudan. For Uganda, if you're finished, like for Uganda, they recognize like senior 6. They don't recognize senior 4 because it's not like senior 4 is not internationally or globally recognized. It's senior 6 that is recognized in Uganda. So they will recognize South Sudan certificate, then Uganda, A level, and then Kenya. So if you did your final year in Uganda, then you will have to provide, you can provide for senior 4, senior 5, and then maybe part of senior 6 if you have the results test for the first term. If not, then you can provide for senior 3, senior 4, and senior 5 because you will have your final certificate for senior 6. So you can provide 3 years. You can go 3 years backward and take all those report card or the transcripts. So now the reason why they want to see your result, they want to see how you have been doing since you started the secondary school. Have you been consistently passing well, or they have been up and down? And if you have not been passing well there and you pass well at the end, then there will be a question. And if you have been consistently passing well and then you fail at the end, or you don't score, if I mean fail, doesn't mean you have scored like you have failed, but you have a low mark that cannot maybe actually be considered. Low mark that may not be high. That may make you being outcompeted by others. Not that you can be considered. So they will see and they will say, okay, now he has been doing well or she has been doing well right away from first year to this time. So now the reason why he has not obtained maybe high mark here is because once he might have been sick during the exam, he might have been engaged by some other activities at home, or there was some other thing that obstruct that person. There was some other issue that came along the way. So they will not judge you using your final certificate alone. And that's what they do at House University. So when you graduate at the end, they will collect all your performance from first year to fourth year, and then they combine and they give you the accumulation. So they divide because they don't just want to give you the final, because the final thing you might have done well there, but you did not do well there. So they want to give you exactly what you deserve. So that's the reason why they collect those. So you need recommendations from your coaches or your mentors or your teachers, maybe church leaders or employees if you are someone who has been working. So you cannot receive a recommendation from a family member. So choose someone who know you well, your mentor or your teacher, as I said. So transcript the last 3 years. So the high school diploma, when you see it there, they need your certificate, your high school certificate. And then supporting documents. So those supporting documents may comprise of leadership, academic activity certificates, sport, environmental, or other clubs. Or you can even put English score if you have English test score, like if you have done Duolingo test, or you have done another like IELTS or TOEFL, you can also add it. It's very important. It can boost your application. So now the general tips that I can share with you about the application, the essays. So here they want you to show or to demonstrate your interest. Or the first question is, what motivates you to apply to study at us university? So that question is more of personal perspective. You can tell them why you want to apply, and maybe what can guide you. Some of the things that can guide you when you are answering that question. Make sure you have a brief history about what motivated you to do agriculture. Let's just say what motivated you to do agriculture. So there you'll have to mention. So because like the world is turning, and for you to take the attention of someone who is reading your work, you should have like a little bit of storytelling. Because when you tell a story, when we tell a story about ourselves or about others, people will pay attention to know really what happened in your life that drive you to have interest in this. So they would like to know what really happened, or what the story that relate to your motivation. Why do you want to do agriculture? Is there something that happened at home? Or is it because you are maybe you were raised in the farm? So they want you to mention that, and for them to go and decide later on to give you a scholarship, they want to know that you are someone who is coming from humble background. So, and coming from humble background mean, because most of the people who are from humble background, you survive on you survive on farm. Your parent or your family might have a little farm or a small farm that you can grow food uh, uh, for consumption. So there you can narrate to them and tell them where. So if your story is related to the farm that you are at in your home, maybe you have been helping your parent in the farm and all those, and then you develop the interest to go to change that way of farming or transform that way of farming. Then you can tell them, and then you say now that's the reason why I have passion in agriculture. And if I go to House University, because I've been made research, so you can tell them also like in your application that I've been made research about House University. I've seen that House University is one of the uh, top universities training students for agriculture or training leaders in the food system to change the narrative in agriculture. And I would love to be part of these leaders, these future leaders. So there are many ways you can approach the application, and that's the overview. You just tell the story about. It might be maybe something if you know a story of maybe someone you know or some people who might have been affected by anger and all these things. Then you can narrate that story, and then you connect it. That the reason why you have motivation to go and study is to learn more skill or to have a technical know-how to go back and then fight anger in your country or in your community. So make sure when you are writing, focus and tell them that you want to learn and go back and contribute to the change or go and support the change in your community. So they need people who want to go back to their communities and support the change or change the narrative of how things work there. So that's the little thing that I can just say. So there you will mention about you can mention there about this maybe like with uh with on or like with the little time that you have spent, maybe you have developed maybe interest. You can mention some example of maybe going to the field, going to the community centers and helping people. So you can mention those things in your essays. So there, be very careful when you are writing. Don't over exaggerate. Sometimes when we are telling stories, there are people who over exaggerate the story. So when you are over exaggerating your story, or when you are exaggerating your story, people will know that you are exaggerating it. It's not real. So be realistic when you are explaining it. So when you are doing application, be realistic and be yourself. Try to explain something that you really know, something that is real in your life, or something that is real in someone's life that you know, that someone that is close to you. So be realistic there. And after that, you need to go through it, proofread your essay, and then edit your essay. So there you will have. So finally, so now concerning like when you go to the second question is asking about for you to demonstrate leadership. The second question is about your knowledge, your interest of environment, or whether you have interest in environment, or demonstrate, provide the evidence that you have interest in agriculture or environment. So all those things are connected. So you can see how you can separate, because the first one is asking about your motivation to go to House University. Then you can combine your research about House University and how it is a university that is training young people to become future leaders. All those things you can connect. Then now come and demonstrate your interest in agriculture or environment. Now you need to give an example now. This way by you can give an example, or maybe being in the club, environmental club, and all the project that you carried out, or being in the farm and helping your farm and all those. So you can give a real example to prove that you have interest in agriculture, or you have been working on that area. Now the third question is asking about a situation that you have a challenge that you have ever encountered. So that challenge might be something that you encountered in your leadership, role in your school or in your life and how you solve it. So what they need, they want to test your problem solving skill. How do you solve problem? Because yes, you may not be expert in solving problem, but how did you solve that problem that happened in your life? Because they know that everyone has ever gone through challenges, and they want to know how you are capable to handle. Because they know when you also go to Costa Rica, you go to Costa Rica, you go to Harvard University, you go and study, you'll go and also encounter challenges, your personal challenges within. Yes, because everywhere you must have some challenges. So they want to know how you tackle that challenge. May be a personal, or it might be something that happened as a group, and then you solve it as a person. So you need to explain to them about the problem that you have ever encountered and how you solve it. So that thing now depend on you now, which problem you have ever encountered and how you solve it. So it might be maybe you are leading a team, maybe you are leading maybe environmental clubs, and then you start talking to students to do the work, and no one was paying attention. So now you come with a strategy, maybe strategy, uh, selecting some days, and you have now you form a group members, you form a groups to have a club members, and then now you talk with a teacher that has knowledge on environment and teamwork to come and give you training. That is one way. So the problem, like the team member were not cooperating, but you solve that problem now by bringing the team together and then calling someone to come and give you knowledge on how to work together. That may be one. So you can give another example. Maybe you can give maybe one of the challenges that you had maybe in your team. Maybe two members fight in your team, the ports, and then you have to come in. You have to come in to solve that issue, to resolve. So there they will see your conflict resolution skill. So you need to bring an example that will demonstrate that you have a certain soft skill that you can handle some of the issues in your life and also in some other people's life or in the group or a team. So that's what they need. Now the final question that say demonstrate your teamwork. Now that's you can also bring other example about how you maybe you join the team, how you were given a project by the teacher, and then you work on the project. Now maybe you can say you were the coordinator, you were selected to be the coordinator. What you did, so you now divide the work. You told the members to make research on a certain area, and then you came together to come and brainstorm, and you put together the projects. Now, all those things you can just depending on your creativity, so you can now bring up things that can feed there, that thing that you solve or thing that you went through by yourself. So you can give example that are realistic and true. So that's what I can just say about the application. So thank you so much for your time, for your attention, and I still have like 20 minutes. No, I still have like 15 minutes for question and answers. And then maybe before that, if there's someone who want to maybe add something before I continue, like Angelo, if you have something to add, you are free to add. And because we're just dealing with general application, so because there are different ways. So if you want to ask a specific question on the application process, then you are free. Concerning the interview and other things, so we usually, like as ENA, we usually do like orientation, like for the application process, and then at the end for the members who have been selected to go for interview. So we do that. So that's what we do. So if you want to know more about interview and all those, then don't worry. You can either go on our YouTube channel, that is Education is All channel. You go and just Google that. There are a lot of materials. Maybe for those who are here in this meeting, I think I would encourage you to go there and get time. You have time, free time, instead of watching Nigerian movies, just take that time and go and watch those things. Because time will come when you will watch Nigerian movies with peace of, like when you have peace of mind, you have secure, maybe you have secure a job, you have kids, you have family and all these things. You can really watch Nigerian movies. But now you need to invest your little, maybe your data or little money that you have in something that is valuable, something that can create your future. Create your future now, because that future that will come when you are old and you have nothing, it will be disappointing. You'll not even think about watching Nigerian movies again. I usually tell a student that I know, like when you are young, sometimes you have that energy. You want to date a lot of ladies. You want to engage. You want to have a girlfriend. You want to have a boyfriend, and all these things. You'll be calling every night, sweetheart, and all those. I know those things that there's the age when you reach, you not even think about all those things. You think about your future. So to those who are listening now, I'm telling you, if you have that data of calling your boyfriend every night, please use it for academic. If you are looking for a scholarship, use it for that. Make research, go online. We have already, like, you are lucky you have resources already. You have ENA. Go online, go and Google, go and attend, like, listen, watch the orientation that were done last year, or the ones that were done this year. So watch those orientation, get what you and, like, try to understand what is being said there. If you have question, contact the one you know, someone that you know, and then ask them question. We also have a platform. Ask a question there. You may not be answered maybe directly, immediately, because we have time difference, but you must be answered. If you have any question on inner platform, we are always there to answer you, whether immediately on time or later on, depending on our schedule, the working schedule, and maybe the time difference. So I encourage you to if you want a scholarship, you need to minimize boyfriend and girlfriend issue, and then you start using that data. I know people always have data, but because they don't want to use it in the right way, they will just use it for different things. When the time go on, the one you have been using your data may not even marry you. You get heartbreak. You lose the man, or you lose the lady, and then you also lose your future. So you need to think twice. Thank you. If there's a question, you're welcome.
Members, I don't know, there's time difference. I think it's evening in Africa, and here it is morning. Good morning and good evening to everyone. I salute all of you and welcome to this beautiful platform, Education Needs All. It's a platform that was established by the guy before us today that has been speaking to us, has been nursing out with some information. It was established by a guy called Jacob Deng, and it's a platform that has actually transformed a lot of lives. And what we have to know about the Education Is All program, it is currently an international program. It cuts across borders. Currently, it is operating in Uganda. It is also operating in South Sudan. It has extended its territory to Rwanda and Ghana, respectively, and reality is transforming a lot of lives. Very many people have gotten opportunities through this program, so we really have to utilize it as it lasts. For those of us who are not yet in this platform, you'll get the link shortly, and for you to join the program and the platform, I mean, and utilize it. You have actually exhausted everything, Mr. Jacob. You've exhausted all, and if I told I have any information to add, it's very little. It's not that much, because you have talked about all that I also had. And members, you should feel free when you're in this platform. We should ask questions. We have some burning questions there and some other burning issues, and that we need to table, and we dissect them, and we see how we can really get rid of them. For instance, I have some people here in the platform, those who applied before to Earth University, and in some way or the other, they have done interviews maybe the previous years, and this year they have applied and they have not gotten the application form, and I think some of them maybe they're not used to expressing themselves, but you should feel free here, and you can raise, because Mr. Jacob has been asking if there are some questions, and there are some of you who have applied before, and you have not received your applications. Some have they applied some a month ago, I think, and have not yet received the applications. So, Mr. Jacob, if you may elaborate and they get to know what could be the problem before I proceed.
What are you saying? I was distracted here. What are you saying, Angela? What do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm like there are some members down here who applied like some years back, maybe last year and other years, and this year they've applied for admission, and they have not yet sent them the application forms. What could be the issue here? They are raising the concern.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I think for me, I don't know actually because this year it's quite complex because it has never happened like that. Every time, like I don't know, maybe there might be issue with the system. I will have to remind them. I will have to remind the admission team to work on that because a lot of students have already consulted me and they've already contacted me and they are saying the same thing. So most of the people they have started applying, but they have not been sent like the application form. Normally, it used to take like 2 days. If it is like more like 2 days, 3 days, and then they will send you the application. So I will ask from them if they do it manually or it is something automatic. So I think if there's a way they can reach out to many people because I try to. There are some people who asked me some time back, and I present their name, and the admission team say okay they will check. So now I will just present it to them as something like that is general, like it's affecting most of the students. So thank you for that. I will try to report it to them, and they will work on that. Yeah, but don't worry. The time is still we have up to January 31st of next year. So don't worry about that. They will sort out the issue. Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for the information. And those of us who are trying to raise it, I think very soon you shall get your feedback. What do I want to add next? We students here, I want to talk about basically other scholarship programs and the opportunities that are available to us and how we should react to them in case something happens that may not satisfy us or something like that. What you should know about these scholarships, all these scholarships are applied for by thousands of people globally. We should know, and it is very good that if we keep that in mind, we shall not have issues. We shall not have issues. And for instance, I can start with me. I think Mr. Jacob added on, have applied for over 20 plus scholarships. That was in the gap of, I think, 3 years. And I've applied for over 20. And every other time I received rejected emails and so on and so forth. And I kept trying. I kept trying. And, we should not give up. And that's what I really want to add us. We, the students here, we try once and we are like, here, I'm trying. Maybe some of us will give ourselves maybe a maximum of 2 scholarships. If none works out, you are done with the application. No, we should keep in mind that nobody has ever testified about the goodness of giving up. Not until you hear somebody testifying, maybe in the church and any other platform, that it is good to give up, then you can give up. Otherwise, life is a journey, it is a struggle, and it keeps on testing. And of course, those that never give up are the ones that at the end of the day, they reap the fruits. And these scholarships, they are not entirely free. All of them, they have some attached prices to them, and they are tagged with some costs. And we should not hesitate to apply because of such costs. I'll give you an example of a guy of mine, and currently is having the best of his time. Some MasterCard programs, yes, I know, I understand MasterCard scholarships they are free. But we should keep in mind that application to the university or being admitted to the university is not free. That's what you should keep in mind. For instance, Makerere University, for those in Uganda, you have to apply for admission to Makerere University, and you cater for the application fee. After you're admitted, that's when you're considered by MasterCard. Likewise to Nkwame Nkrumah, the KNAST, it is the same thing. University of Pretoria, the same thing. University of Cape Town, it is still the same thing. Western Cape, it is still the same thing. So we should really try in case. And let me table it to you guys. When you try a scholarship program and ask you of application or admission fee, try that scholarship program. Why am I saying try it? Thousands of us outside there, we don't want to waste a single penny of what is in our pockets. Never. We don't want. And a few people actually apply to the universities that require admissions. For instance, University of Pretoria. A few of the people, and you receive less competition compared to those that are completely free. So we should always try. We should sacrifice. I have a guy, I think I can table his name here. He's called Jacob. Garang, sorry, he's called Joseph. And he's some guy. We have also been down. We have been trying scholarships one after the other. Every other time we are receiving, we even got used to. There came a time we are used to being rejected. You say an email and you know it's just a rejected email. Yeah, nothing else. But we kept on trying. We kept on trying. So this guy, it was this year we applied. We all applied to Makerere University, and we got admitted to Makerere University. We gave the application fee and so on. And we are admitted and we are called by MasterCard. He was given civil engineering by Makerere University. He also applied to Ashesi University, the same thing. He submitted his application. He applied to University of Pretoria. He also gave in his application. And he was paying all these universities he has been trying. He has been paying all the money that was needed. He has been paying, and guess the good news. He was admitted to all the universities. He was admitted to all the universities on MasterCard scholarship. And currently he's living his dream. So we should really sacrifice. We should not run away. Most of us, we tend to run away. We say, it is $100. No, no. Yes, sometimes we should really try. And being rejected, we are students and we are humans at some point. Being rejected all the times, you feel like, wow, but I have all the best qualifications. What makes me not to be selected? And we start criticizing all the systems used. That one is part of us. But we should try not to make it a serious issue. Some people, they go extra mile and they even stop applying to another scholarship. They'll be like, the criteria they use, the criteria. No, no. Remember, there are thousands of people applying. When you say, no, these people, they don't have a good criteria of selecting students, I'm no longer going to apply, you're affecting yourself. I've seen very many people who are saying from now onwards, I'll never apply to another scholarship. Why? Because every time I'm applying, I get rejected, and people who are even I'm better off, they have been selected. No, no. You keep trying, maybe it was their chance. And I believe some of us, if not all, are Christians. The Bible says, when the time is right, I shall make it happen. So maybe it wasn't your right time. Me, I've always helped students, and I want to thank the founder of Education Needs All program, Mr. Jacob. He's here before us today. Long before I applied for this scholarship at Earth University, we got to know each other before I applied for admission to Earth University, and I've been helping him in the Education Needs All program. I've been helping some students because I gained some experience writing essays because I've applied to several scholarships and essays now that are now part of me writing essays. So I've helped a lot of students, and I'm very happy that most of them are now living their dreams, and it is all because of Education Needs All program. As I was helping the Education Needs All program, it was the platform that also gave me this opportunity that I'm attending today. And when I joined Education Needs All, I tried every other scholarship while I was helping other students also. I was trying every scholarship that they posted. And finally, I got this. And this is not the only one. Considering all the several scholarships that I've applied, I'm being actual up to date. I'm here in Costa Rica, but I'm still receiving emails that have been admitted. Recently, I was admitted to Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana for Bachelor of Pharmacy. That was a scholarship I applied, was it in April? Had even forgotten about it. I also received an admission from Makerere University in Uganda for nursing. So we should keep trying. You never know which one is going to work out. That's what I want to tell us. We all who are here, we try as much as we can, knowing that thousands of people are also trying. So the more you apply, the higher the chances of you scoring or maybe scooping one. or more. And guess the good news? When you don't give up, the first scholarship you'll have the rest of the scholarships. They will keep on actual posting you that you've been admitted. Right now, so far I received over 5 admissions. Yet before, considering the past 3 years, I never received any admission. Never. But when I got this one of Art University, right now I'm receiving. So we should never give up. We should keep on trying. Anything that is needed, we keep on. Then coming to the Art University specifically, members, we should know every scholarship we are applying. Let us read what the scholarship needs. Let us read. Some of us, we get the links, we apply immediately, and then we keep on uh, inboxing others. What next? What does the scholarship need? We first
Angelo,
always read.
we are left with 3 minutes, so maybe
Okay.
you can wrap
So
it.
we should always read what the scholarship needs, and when you read it, you'll know what you're going to do. Art University, you should know what Art University needs. The scholarship, the Mastercard scholarship of Art University, you should read, and maybe when you don't have maybe less information that you don't know, you can now come into the inbox and you can ask Jacob for more information, or you can directly go to anyone, or you can go to the platform. So I think that's all. And Mr. Jacob, you can add more if there are questions. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Angelo. Thank you for all that you have said. So maybe if there's any question and burning issue, then you're highly welcome to ask that question, and then we go on. So raise your hand if you have a question, or mute yourself and then ask your question actually. Okay, I think there's no any question. So no one is ready with question. I think everything is either clear or not. So we have come to the end of our meeting. So thank you so much for attending today, and we really appreciate your presence. Go and work on your application. If you have any question anytime, feel free to ask. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I've also shared the link to join ENA in the chat. So if you are not already in the group, then feel free to join, and you will be approved to join the group. And you'll be getting update there, not only for us university, but for other scholarships that are available. And you need to prepare yourself. Next year is coming, January to March or January to May. There are a lot of scholarships which always come out, and we always have like orientations. So we have done most of the orientation already last year and this year. So I believe if you are wise enough, as I said before, you may take advantage of that, and then you go and start preparing yourself. You start watching orientation, and then when the scholarship come out like this, you will just be looking maybe for mentors who can maybe review your essays, and then you are done. You are good to go. You apply. Yeah. So for someone, there's a question that was asked in the chat. For someone who has applied several times to our university, that was asked by AK Victory. So if you have applied like more than 5 times, I know you may have an advantage because you already know like the application, and you already know like your area of weakness. So what you need to do there, you need to improve. You need to improve. I mean, you need to improve your application, and then you apply again. So they will not ignore you because you have been applying. So there are many people. There are stories of many people who are at Harvard University who apply many times. I have a colleague of mine who is now with me. So it's my best friend at Harvard University. He applied like 4 times and it was accepted like the first time. So it means those are like 4 years, 4 solid years applying now, and you get acceptance like at last. So don't give up. As Angelo say, no one has ever given testimony of giving up, being something important or something that is beneficial. So please try to always develop that resiliency perseverance and patience. You always be patient. So all those soft things, soft skill, or those values, they are practiced and they are developed with time. So thank you so much, and we have come to the end of our presentation and our meeting. And nice to meet you again. Nice to meet you again next time, and wish you all the best in your application and in your life as whole. Thank you.